Michael was a different level, man. He's a different level of competitiveness, just sheer will to win. He changed the game. He changed the game. I mean, not just in one aspect, in many aspects, every aspect of the game, he changed it. I played against some of the greatest players in the history of this game. Michael Jordan was one of those guys that lifted my ability to the next level. We enjoyed the competition with one another. We played very hard and fiercely against one another, but it was like you had two gentlemen going head to head. Michael Jordan and I wasn't just coming down the court getting dunks at the dunks. We found creative ways to score. I can't tell you the fun and the pleasure I had to play against him. You know, and Michael and I, we never really talked about those games. It was kind of an unspoken thing between us. You know, the respect level that we had was at a different level. I think I had a great game in Atlanta, and I remember going to Chicago. Michael walks into our locker room, and we're still in suit and tie. We haven't gotten dressed yet, and he walks in our locker room, suit and tie, and I was like, what are you doing coming in our locker room? And I ain't gonna say exactly what I said. And so he walked by me, he walked by Kevin Willis, and he got to Randy Whitman, he tapped him on his butt, and he said, lace him up, it's gonna be a long night. He got 60 that night. He got 60. And it was a very close game. I think it went down to the last shot in that game, but I think he proved his point.
And a beautiful view of stunning Chicago, close by Chicago Stadium, for a much-anticipated matchup today. Welcome, everyone, to Chicago. This is Kevin Harlan, along with me, Clark Kellogg. We've got David Aldridge joining us from the sidelines as we get set to watch the Atlanta Hawks go up against the Chicago Bulls. Clark, this should be a beauty.
You know, each of these teams, Kevin, has a guy who is in the running for the league lead in scoring. I'm, of course, talking about two guys that don't need introduction, Michael Jordan and Dominque Wilkins. Going to be a lot of fun watching these guys try to one-up each other offensively.
And Clark, beyond just Jordan and Wilkins, plenty of other talented scorers on each of these teams as well.
Kevin, you make a very good point. I mean, these are two impressive high-octane lineups, which I think could result in this score really getting run up in a hurry.
This should be one to remember. And out there for Atlanta, Spud Webb at the point with Doc Rivers at the 2. At the forward positions, Dominque Wilkins and Moses Malone. John Koncak will be at center. And starting things off for the Bulls, it's John Paxson at point guard with Michael Jordan also at the guard. Then Scottie Pippen and Horace Grant at the 3 and 4. The veteran, Bill Cartwright, in the middle.
Expectations are high for Jordan and Wilkins in this one. They're both exceptional scoring threats, and I know their teams are expecting each of them to be the difference makers out there as they try to get the W.
Now here's Jordan, driving inside. For 3, Paxson drops in the tray.
John Paxson has a very efficient stroke from deep. When he lets it fly, it always looks good and most times goes in.
Paxson against Webb. Pass to Koncak. Rivers looking over the floor. Pass to Koncak. Just 5 on the clock. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Malone. Some solid defense from Grant. You know, often, Clark, it's the team's respective leader who sets the tone for their whole squad.
You are correct, partner. So if Jordan or Wilkins can manage to get off to a hot start, that could spread to the other guys and get their whole team rolling early.
That's a good point. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Wilkins and Jordan, a couple of talented one-on-one players who are both going to be seeking mismatches in this one.
And, you know, Kevin, if you're on either of these teams, you've got to be ready to come at Jordan and Wilkins defensively. Don't let them dictate things. Low-effort defense not going to get it done because they'll take advantage of that fully.
Oof.
First team foul.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Rivers dishes to Malone. And the call will be against Scottie Pippen. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Malone passes to Wilkins. Paxson with the steal.
Clever, crafty defense. He saw that pass coming before it was even made.
The #1 objective, Clark, of this Bulls defense has to be limiting Dominque Wilkins' looks. They've got to contain that incredible scoring of his.
Kevin, you're all over it. Right on point. I mean, if Chicago can't disrupt his usual scoring, then they're in for a long night and some real trouble.
And now for a little background on this superstar matchup, here's David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Now, Jordan and Dominque have met up in the slam dunk contest twice, each winning once. It was just last year that Jordan won over Dominque in one of the most talked about and controversial dunk contests ever. I know fans are hoping we'll see the tie-breaking contest between the two someday. Maybe they'll settle for tonight's game. Back to you.
David, I can see it in my mind's eye. Those two going at it. Clark, no question. They're two of the most skilled dunkers in today's game.
And Kevin, it's just another thing that makes these meetings so electrifying, so must-see TV. Hard to beat getting to watch two gifted scorers like this go at each other.
And the athleticism is right just off the charts. You know, Clark, in some ways, this game could come down to either Jordan's or Wilkins. And who scores the most? Outperforming the other could seal the game for their team.
And, Kevin, that's exactly what we'll be keeping a close eye on. Which one is leading in the point column? Because I agree the winner of that duel very well could decide this thing.
Oh, what a duel it's going to be. Grant with a screen on Wilkins. Grant outside. Pippen against Rivers. Pippen, the pass to Paxson. Just 4 to shoot. The Bulls need to get a shot off. And it goes down 2 points.
They could not have asked for a better start.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. The pass to Malone. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him. Credit to these Hawks, Clark, for having a constant postseason presence these last few seasons.
3 straight second-round appearances, and then last year a tough loss in the first round. But I say don't let that fool you. These Hawks are a very competitive team.
They really are. The Hawks trail by 9. Rivers kicks to Webb. Back to Rivers. On the wing, Malone. He's covered by Grant. Malone can't hit.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
Throws it up high. Jordan with the bucket. Jordan's got 12 points in the game.
Their scoring has been a problem. Been tough to handle.
Pass to Concord. Pippen against Rivers. Shoots over Pippen. Rivers can't get it to go. Clark, I know the Bulls are hoping for big things this year after making it all the way to the conference finals a season ago.
You know, I think Chicago proving they can handle teams like these Hawks could be a really good sign for them as they look to become a more dominant and consistent force in this league.
Here's Webb after the made shot from Scottie Pippen. Shoots. The Hawks again can't hit. Now the Bulls with it. They're on a 19-6 run. And it's Pippen slamming it down.
Taking flight, Scottie Pippen going upstairs.
Here's Webb. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Oh, and they need a basket in the worst way.
I think they're forcing things right now, and it's why their offense looks so pedestrian.
Wilkins. Grant gets the rebound.
Tell you what, guys, you don't see that often. I mean, when he's this open, usually it's lights out.
And it's Jordan with the jam.
No doubt about the brilliance of Jordan as a player. Outstanding at knowing when to go get that alley-oop.
Wilkins against Jordan. Wilkins in the post. Drops in the layup for two. Wilkins has got his second bucket tonight.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly, that was their game plan coming in.
And so it's Michael Jordan making things happen for the Bulls. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. And we'll be right back after this. Welcome back, everyone, to Chicago as the second quarter gets underway. It's been an exciting game so far between the hometown Chicago Bulls and the visiting Atlanta Hawks. And it's Rivers with the ball. He brings it up for the Hawks. Down by 15.
For the Bulls, they've got a new coach at the helm this season. With Phil Jackson, this is his first stint as a head coach here in the NBA.
This is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second quarter. Kevin Willis out there with Antoine Carr. And it's Rivers, and it's Smith, and it's Wilkins in at the three.
Boy, tremendous vision from Rivers there. You see why he racks up so many assists.
Lobs it up for Jordan. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Hawks. Jackson, of course, a former player, a former assistant under Doug Collins in Chicago. And Clark, I hear he's got some interesting ideas when it comes to on-court strategy.
Well, Kevin, you know, he's certainly got some good pieces to test those ideas out with. There's no denying that. But what I think matters most is that the guys seem to relate to him and like him. Chemistry between players and head coaches is critical.
Well, you know, you played a long time, and you know how important that connection can be.
That's a very key deal.
Now, looking back at the opening quarter, Clark, Jordan managed to stay ahead of Wilkins in points scored.
Yeah, really good start for him, Kevin, in that regard, but can he keep doing that the entire game?
Right. Atlanta with the ball after the Bulls pick up two. Here's Wilkins. Good D by Jordan. The Bulls leading by 13. Pass to Armstrong. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Cook. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. And the Bulls lead by 15.
Boy, Cartwright doing a nice job there finishing through the hit. Persistence paying off.
And Atlanta calls their first timeout of the game. Here's Willis. He is still scoreless so far in this one. And the pass to Rivers. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Here's Smith. That shot no good. Now Chicago takes it the other way.
The Hawks and the Bulls, when you look at the measurables of teams and players, pretty standard for the league. With explosively athletic backcourts and then quite a bit of size down low, too.
Now, here's Jordan. He's got 16. Count it. Good.
He is certainly a dominant player. Michael Jordan, when he's in the zone, unstoppable.
The Hawks trail by 17. So far, Michael Jordan has been getting just about, Clark, everything he wants on the offensive end.
And that's not unexpected, but, you know, that doesn't bode well for the Hawks as Wilkins has been unable to answer Jordan with shots of his own, which I think says a lot about the job the Chicago defense is doing.
I agree.
Nicely done by Armstrong there. Recognized the overcommitment from the defense. Got his teammate a nice opportunity.
Clark, we were talking about size. Both of these teams start a 7-footer at center.
Yeah, you know, Koncak and Cartwright are very imposing at that position, Kevin. And then you get Grant and Malone are paired evenly at 6'10". So, hey, there's no way this game is not going to be physical in the paint.
Yeah, it'll be a battle for sure. Carr, no good.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. You got to appreciate that stop.
Grant with a screen on Smith. Armstrong dishes to Grant. Cartwright the pass to Jordan. Pippen with it. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in this second quarter of play. Back to Grant. Tries again, and he sinks the layup. Grant's got his second bucket.
Well, you got to appreciate how consistent these Atlanta Hawks have been. I mean, season to season, even while going through some roster shakeups, they've been steady.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. John Paxson, he's checked in for the Bulls. Atlanta also making some changes here. Malone's checked in for Willis. Livingston comes in for Carr. And it's Webb in for Smith. Webb up top, guarded by Paxson. Webb can't hit. Clark, as we know, last year the Hawks were able to hit 50 wins for the 4th consecutive season.
And, Kevin, I think that speaks to, obviously, the product on the floor, but the quality of their organization, too. I mean, these are players and coaches who just know how to win games.
Now, here's Grant. Shoots over Webb. Grant, that's good. Grant's got 4 this quarter.
Sensing an opportunity to score and going after it. Superb job inside from Grant.
They need this one, and it's good on the layup.
Love the balance here, not just falling in love with the 3-ball, inside and outside action.
Jordan inside, defended by Wilkins. Not often you see him take that shot. Pippen's got 7 points in the game.
You know, finding ways to build their lead, to expand it. Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Let's go to David Aldridge, who has some inside info on the Chicago Bulls.
Hey, Kevin, when you talk to the coaching staff and you say, what's the key to success against the Hawks, they have a one-word answer. Michael. They expect big numbers from Jordan, probably exceeding his average of 35 points from last season. Back to you, Kevin.
Well, that's good stuff there, David. Sometimes, Clark, the answer is that simple, I guess.
Yeah, you don't have to complicate it, especially when you're talking about Jordan, because he does make it really simple. Although he's not a one-man show, his whole team is going to have to still step up.
And they take pride in that, don't they? Helping this very special talent do what they've got to do.
Yeah, they're pros, and they get their checks twice a month, too.
Clark, this is not how they saw this game going.
Yeah, they've got to put up a lot more fight now to try to get back into this one.
Now here's Rivers. No points in the game yet for him. Malone's shot good.
Malone owns the paint area of the floor. Nobody coming in there messing with him.
Paxson against Webb. Stolen by Rivers. Takes it inside. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And that was a foul. No question about it.
First trip to the line for him here. A free throw drops for Rivers.
Doc Rivers. 2 shots.
He hits one and misses one, each at the line. To the middle. Michael Jordan rising up.
You can always count on Jordan to crank it up a little bit here at home and give these Bulls fans a game worth watching.
No good on the last second attempt there.
Jordan is an aggressive defender now. Excels at getting into his man and making things hard.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls in very good shape with a 23-point lead at the end of the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And we'll be back with you shortly. So welcome back, everyone, to the third quarter of this contest between the Bulls and the Hawks, where Michael Jordan and Dominque Wilkins have been going at it. So it's the Hawks now.
And as this second half gets underway, the defensive ability of the Hawks and Bulls only become more important. You got to limit your opponents down the stretch, and both of these teams have the ability to do that.
Grant is out there with Cartwright. Then there's Paxson. Then there's Pippen. And it's Jordan in at the 2 guard. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago.
very comfortable and confident from this range. Doc Rivers connecting.
Paxson outside. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Webb with it. Right side, Wilkins. And the rejection by Pippen.
Pippen putting in the work to get there for the denial. That was really a nice hustle play.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Wilkins. Kicks to Rivers. Malone down low. Jordan's there. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe. We were talking about this before, but Clark, some very capable defenders on both sides of the floor.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, the duo of Pippen and Jordan, so effective at wreaking havoc and forcing turnovers. And the Hawks have Doc Rivers, who can hassle ball handlers. He's physical as a backcourt defender, as well as Moses down low to eat that glass and block shots, too.
Both are fun to watch. And Malone, no good on that one.
Known as being a top-tier rebounder, Malone is a commanding presence on both ends and a very valuable part of this team. Boy, what a brain-neutral pass that was. I hope he learns from that one. My goodness.
The Hawks trail by 19. We're going over the numbers from the first half. Clark, Jordan was able to top Wilkins in scoring in the first and second quarters combined.
A critical advantage partner that he worked really hard to get. Not all of his hoops were easy ones.
Right, you're right on that. The Bulls leading by 19. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Here's Jordan.
Malone showing some nice activity at the defensive end of the floor. Outstanding hustle there.
And he's going up for the alley-oop. And Wilkins slams it in.
Boy, nice setup with the pass, and Wilkins bounces up knowing just what to do with it.
Jordan outside. Willis, he checked in for Conquest.
Personal foul. Second team foul. Now in the lineup for the Hawks, Kevin Willis.
Outside, Jordan. Down low, Cartwright. Jordan trying to free himself up. Cartwright gets the bucket. And the Bulls lead by 19.
These Hawks have a trusted and capable leader steering the ship, and that's Coach Mike Fratello. He won Coach of the Year for his work with this team in the '86 season.
Here's Webb after the Bulls picking up a basket just moments ago. The Hawks working the ball around, passes it to Malone. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Grant Scott, rebound number 8 now on the night. Yeah, an experienced coach who knows his team inside and out. That's Mike Fratello. Clark, do you think that gives the Hawks an advantage?
I think it could, Kevin. I mean, Coach Fratello will have an easier time seeing what his team needs out there and will know what adjustments best suit this squad.
Here's Webb. Following the basket by Michael Jordan. Tries it from 19. Webb can't hit.
I wouldn't say that's exactly his spot now. I mean, and you can see why.
And they double up Jordan. Pippen, the pass to Jordan. Clock at 6. Cartwright with a screen on Rivers. Pass to Cartwright. Pippen for 3.
And now they're just one foul away from being in the bonus.
The Hawks making a switch here. Tony's checked in.
Third team foul. Now in the lineup for the Hawks, Cedric Tony.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Cartwright the pass to Jordan. Jordan is doubled. For 3, Paxson. Rebound, Malone.
When you think about Michael Jordan, you think about scoring, putting the ball in the basket. but he does a lot of other stuff out there as well, like moving the ball effectively. You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
Here's Jordan. You've got to appreciate a dunk like that, even if you're wearing an Atlanta jersey. My goodness.
Michael Jordan, MJ. It really doesn't get much better than this.
As we get deeper into this game, Clark, it has been all Jordan offensively, as we can see, leaving Dominque well behind him.
You know, I didn't think it would be this one-sided. I mean, Jordan has just been operating at a totally different level, and Dominque has not managed to match that intensity or production.
You're so right. Pass to Cartwright. Good, and the assist goes to Jordan. Jordan's got 4 assists in the game. You know, we touched on it. Last year, Michael Jordan Clark was actually 8th in the league in total assists. He was a top 10 assist guy.
It's not something that comes to mind when you think about him, but it's very impressive nonetheless, Kevin. Shows you what kind of leader he is. He knows he's got to get his teammates involved and work well with them for his team to be its best.
Yeah, he's a terrific facilitator.
No doubt.
Here in the third quarter, the Bulls, Clark, have managed to be pretty effective when it comes to defending Dominique Wilkins.
Yeah, you know, their focus, Kevin, in terms of defending him, I think has really been good. Really good. And I think you can tell it started to frustrate Dominique a bit.
You can. Oh, good on that one. Cartwright with a screen on Rivers. For 3, Paxson drains the three-pointer. Paxson's got 6.
I think you got to show more fight than that. Can't give up on the play once you get screened. You got to continue to fight through.
Here's Wilkins, banked in off the glass.
Well, Dominique runs into some tight defense, but sticks with his shot and manages to push through.
Now, here is Jordan, and he has 28 points for the game. To the wing right side. For 3, Paxson. Another 3 for Chicago.
Automatic. Paxson ready to fire the moment he's got the rock.
Jacks up a 3, and that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Chicago Bulls riding high with a 23-point lead heading into the break. It seems like nothing they do can go wrong as they string together one successful possession after another and are simply running away with this one. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Welcome back, everyone. We get into the fourth quarter of this thrilling game between the Atlanta Hawks and the Chicago Bulls. And this crowd is feeling it. And Chicago has possession.
As this game wears on, you have to be so conscious of Michael Jordan. I mean, he's got something of a reputation for being a closer, and that's an understatement. He finds a way to push himself beyond his limits to come up with clutch points when his team needs it most.
Just 3 to shoot. Jordan kicks to Armstrong. Oh, good with the triple. And the Hawks with possession. And so in the game for the Hawks, we've got Dominique Wilkins. Livingston is out there with Antoine Carr. Then there's Tony, and it's Webb in at the point. Count that one. Knowing that Michael Jordan likes to explode down the home stretch offensively, Clark, think the Hawks might increase the defensive pressure on them.
You know, it wouldn't shock me, Kevin, if they did just that. Just make sure somehow, some way, you don't allow him to put together a run.
About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Here's Tony, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
I don't think there was any question about that being a foul.
That one is off.
Tony at the line for 2.
He hits the second from the line. Here's Jordan.
You know, something I like about both of these teams, the Bulls and the Hawks, is the experience they have, the range of experience. I mean, you've got younger guys like John Koncak and Horace Grant, and then you've got the seasoned veterans like Moses and Bill Cartwright. It's a really good balance.
Clark, I've always wondered how valuable you think it is for younger players to get a chance to play alongside more experienced players.
Kevin, I think it's crucial and absolutely vital. Older guys have a way of being able to teach a young star so much about patience and which battles you fight and which ones you let go and how you carry yourself as a pro and all of the nuances of playing in the NBA. Good veterans can help young players set the tone for the rest of their careers.
That's a great answer. The drive by Jordan, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Spud Webb.
Making the defense compromise right there. Once Jordan gets into the lane, defenses become a little sketchy. Actually, they get pretty nervous.
Concac's checked in for the Hawks. And both free throws good for Jordan. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Smith outside. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
A low-key high riser, Kenny the Jet Smith, gets up like very few guards in the league do.
Kenny Smith taking 2 shots.
And he makes the first. Smith hits them both. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Jordan is double to the paint. Oh, Jordan slams home a huge jam. Chicago, Atlanta, it's a special matchup. And these fans feeling a little extra electricity from Michael Jordan in this one. Smith dishes to Webb. The tray. And they recover it. Here's Livingston over Pippen. The shot's good from Livingston. Livingston's got his first bucket in this one.
Yeah, I think Livingston is all about the effort plays. I mean, grabbing rebounds, putting it right back up. Excellent work.
It's deflected. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Armstrong against Webb. There's a good screen. 6 to shoot. Here's Smith. Count that one. Smith's got 4 points this quarter.
Known as a jump shooter primarily, Smith is also skilled at getting it done in close.
Jordan with the bucket.
Down the stretch, when you need buckets, go to the guy who's gotten you this far.
Time call here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. Doc Rivers, he's checked in for Smith. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Webb against Armstrong. And there's the pass to Concat. Here's Rivers. Good work defensively by Pippen. Clark, how about the unselfishness of this team?
Love the willingness to make that extra pass, and it has the defense in a scramble mode.
And it's Armstrong missing.
I think there's way more they could have done there to try and open something up, get something a little better.
A nice shot by Rivers.
Really quick off the bounce now. Rivers gets to the rim with ease, and he's got good strength to finish, too.
And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. King, the pass to Jordan. They set the pick. He kicks it to Armstrong. Shoots over Webb. Armstrong gets the bucket.
Really crafty play that time by Jordan. Good decision. The defense was locked in on him, so he gave it away.
Webb up top. He's covered by Armstrong.
Sacrificing his body, putting it on the line right there.
Spud Webb, third personal foul.
Atlanta making some changes. Willis, he checked in for Concac. Smith comes in for Doc Rivers. And it's Tony in for Webb.
Willis, Kenny Smith, Cedric Tony.
And so it's Pippen with it. He brings it up for Chicago. Jordan looking it over. 1:46 left in the fourth quarter. It's a very good look and converts.
I like that they're putting in the work, trying to build this lead out.
Smith in the posts, guarded by Jordan. Here's Willis. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time.
The Jet that time quick to find the open teammate there.
Outside, Jordan. From the high post, it's Chicago with another bucket.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
Smith against Jordan. Passes it to Willis. Over Purdue. Willis, no good.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
Pass to King. Picked off in midair. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Tony with it. He's picked up by Pippen. And they get it back. Livingston can't hit. Pippen against Tony. Lets a floater go. Here's Purdue. Kicks it to Armstrong. Drills the three-pointer.
The number of the second half, 3. They are drilling shots.
Smith outside. Pass to Willis. Fades away. It's not going to go for him. So the Bulls will take it the other way. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Smith. Chicago grabs the miss. Here's Armstrong. And the Chicago Bulls, Clark, managed to pull out the win here tonight with Michael Jordan delivering a terrific performance to overcome Wilkins and these Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah, Kevin, able to beat Dominique's offensive talents once again. Always special, though, to watch these two go at it head-to-head. MJ got the better of Dominique this time.
He did tonight. But looking beyond just the two stars, Clark, as you like to say, this was a team win.
Absolutely, Kevin. I mean, Jordan cleared and made the way, but the rest of the Bulls did a terrific job keeping up with them and putting a lot of pressure on this Hawk squad. Well done by the Bulls.
This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. So long, everyone.